Man, it's bright. Okay. What's up, Lifting Love fam? You already know we're back with another video. That's right. Today, you see this beauty? It's getting its windows tinted today. That's right. We're here at Sun Cool Window Tinting here in Hickory. So let's go meet the owners, talk a little bit, see what they got going on, and then you're going to see the windows get tinted. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Lenny, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's have a seat. Come on, let's talk a little bit. So this is Aaron and Eric. They own Sun Cool Window Tinting.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about yourselves. When did you guys get started? How everything came about with Sun Cool.
Been tinting for 25, 26 years now.
Wow.
Here in Hickory. Worked for another company for about 10 years, almost 10 years before going out on our own. We've owned Sun Cool Window Tinting for about 16 years now.
So why Hickory? Why Hickory? Any particular reason?
The previous job I was working at was here in Hickory.
Gotcha.
And haven't thought about moving outside of Hickory.
Yeah, I mean, we were established in Hickory. We had young kids at the time,
Gotcha.
so, you know, once you have kids, you kind of get stuck somewhere, you know,
Gotcha.
with their families and everything. But we like Hickory. We like to see its growth, and we're pretty proud of how it's grown over the years, and now it's voted one of the greatest places to live.
Yeah.
So really
Make sure you check out the TV special. So this is awesome. Husband and wife. How does this dynamic work for you guys? How does it?
Some days it's rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's rough when you don't have a break from each other.
Yeah.
So I actually have always had my own career, and then in 2019 I came over here to work with him and help him out and grow the business. Just recently I kind of went back to my own career because we are fully staffed now. So I felt like it was in good hands.
What's something that keeps you guys motivated to want to be the best, especially in this region?
I think we like to educate people about the benefits of window film first and foremost. You know, it's 99% UV rejection. There's UVA, UVB rejection, infrared rejection, which is the heat you feel from the sun. You know, there's a standard film and then there's ceramic film. So we like to educate people about window film. It doesn't just look good. It's like having sunscreen on your skin when you're in your vehicle or your home or your business. So our motto that we just came up with is educate about window film more than anything. So by getting voted best of, we're hopefully getting more and more of that education out there. And I'm gonna come over here to the heat lamp and show you.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is a great demonstration. So we try to get people into the shop
Wow.
because to feel the difference in the different films. So black is our entry-level standard film. It's a deep dyed film. So if you'll put your hand up there and feel the
This is an
heat.
infrared light to duplicate the heat from the infrared spectrum that we feel outside.
So that's the legal shade in North Carolina. And then your next level up is our single layer ceramic, 20% more heat rejection.
That's such a difference. And and this is the first step.
First, second, and then that's our third. It's our triple layer ceramic film. That's the one with 93% infrared rejection.
You feel like nothing.
Yeah.
That's so
our
cool.
greatest film.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more than just tinting the windows, the actual science behind it. And
It's much more than just aesthetics. It's actually a protection.
So it actually blocks 99.9% of UV rays, which in turn basically can equal a SPF factor of up to 1,000.
wow. All right. Well, let's go see how it's done.
All right, sounds good.
So what exactly is going to happen now?
We're gonna meter the back windows to see what that reads,
Okay.
to see what we need to put on the front.
So it matches. Gotcha.
And that's because you have a medical exemption that will allow you, by law, to go a little bit darker, because North Carolina does have a medical exemption that will allow you to go with 20% window film. That's typically what's on the back here, but manufacturers sometimes it's been getting a little weird, so we're just gonna meter it first. This is window tint meter. Put one piece on each side of the glass, and then it tells us how dark the tint is.
Oh shoot! So you need to open
I
it.
can put it here. So we'll put that there. Then we'll meter it. It's telling us it's 25.3. So best match probably is going to be a 30%, which the way the numbers work, there's a little bit of color in the glass already. The glass isn't completely clear. So if we put a 30% window tint on there, then it will put it down to about 25%.
And that's just how
So
it works
that'll
as far
match.
as,
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the front's always going to look a little bit lighter from the outside because you have more light coming in through the windshield. Even if the windshield is tinted, you still have some light coming in. Whereas back here, it's all tinted darker.
Wow.
But from a numerical standpoint, it's going to be the same.
Oh, we're just pretty much covering up the panels and stuff. That way, whenever we spray the water and stuff in the sunk, it just protects pretty much your interior and stuff. It'll be the same thing whenever we do a windshield. So we'll put in a dash towel, and then we'll have ropes and stuff like this. And then we'll figure out which one best fits it to protect it the most, pretty much.
Gotcha. So you're just protecting the actual panel and everything?
Yeah, all the electrical stuff. And
Wow. So what's the process look like as far as tinting the window?
so, obviously you have your soap, water. You'll spray it pretty much, scrubby pat it, and then we'll either take like a plastic tool we got, or if it's been tinted before, we'll use a scraper and then scrape all that off, squeeze it off, and then spray it back down, put it on.
Wow. So it's a whole process. I love it. I love it.
Takes time to get good at it.
Now that we have the window tint loaded up on the plotter, we're going to come over here to the computer program and select the year, make, and model of the vehicle, which is a Honda CR-V, and it's a 2023 model. So that'll pull up the patterns. As you can see, there's patterns for all the windows. The windshield we typically like to hand cut just for fitment. It fits a little bit better usually to do it that way. The front doors though, I'll select those. Click cut, and it'll start cutting here for us. And this is, all these patterns are cataloged by the software company that makes the patterns. And they're constantly updating it with the new models and everything of cars that come out. And then we can also hand cut, which is what I did for years and years and years. But the computer cut program usually allows things to go a little bit quicker for us, especially in the summer months when it's busy. And then it also helps to keep waste down, so that helps us from having to increase prices a little bit. Where the window tint was cut by the machine, so we can, now we're gonna, so we can peel out the unnecessary material. Yeah, it's very, yeah, you can kind of see here a little bit. You can slightly see the difference in light right there. But everything's calibrated on the machine, so it cuts through the tint, but not this really thin liner. So, you know, there's a lot of precision involved on it. And then, what we'll do now is, since the windows are curved, we will need to shrink these a little bit to take the shape of the glass. Who's gonna heat shrink this first? Daniel? You? Okay. All right. So we do this to save time on windows that need shrunk on the sides. We just kind of double them up and shrink them both at the same time. All right, now Austin is, so what you can see here is this window isn't that bad as far as curves go, but you can see it does cause what we call fingers in the industry. We call them fingers. Basically, those are the things that need shrunk out. Otherwise, it's like when you're trying to wrap a newspaper around a ball or something, you have excess newspaper that's gonna crease and cause problems. So basically, by shrinking that out, the film's gonna adhere to the glass because it has the same shape as the glass. So that way we don't have any air pockets or any creases that look terrible.
How long does it usually take for something like this?
It just depends. Like if we've got like a car that comes in just for a windshield solely, and I can have Alex and Austin hop in here and clean while I'm shrinking it, we can have a windshield done in like 30 minutes or so. But you know, if we're tinting a whole vehicle plus the windshield, it's kind of just whoever gets to the point of cleaning it. Usually the windshield's the last thing we do if a car does get a windshield. But the very last step in putting the windshield on before we start squeegeing out the water is just looking around the edges and making sure everything's covered, because you don't want to have any light gaps. Even if it is a clear film. You good over there? So the tricky part too is the first squeegee sometimes with the newer cars where the glass is like new, it wants to slide on you. So even after squeegeeing that first time, we still check around the edges, because we have had times where it gets stuck and it is not covered anymore, and we've got to peel it back and get some more water underneath it so we can move it. But generally we like to start right here in the middle and just get that middle tack down so he's got his side and I've got my side.
And you guys just keep going back and forth?
Yep, until everything's squeegeed out. And then of course we'll come back with a towel and clean up all the water spots and streaks and whatnot. But yeah, it's just simple as squeegeeing it out now.
Oh, I can't get through it. This was another episode of Pimp My Ride here on MTV. No, I'm just kidding. And that's how it's done. Look at this tint. Come on. Come on. Got the tint on the windows, and we got the windshield. Come on, man. This is what they do. Look at that. Smooth. Smooth. Car looking clean. I appreciate you, man.
Go, man.
Thank you, man. Hey, if you If you need to get your window tinted, man, they do so much more than just vehicles. Make sure you come to Sun Cool Window Tinting here in Hickory. But you already know what to do. Follow them on social media. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. But most importantly, man, lift love, crush hate. We out.